A very good morning, students. How are you? I hope you all are fit and fine at your place. So, this is our second revision video of chapter number 1, grade 8 computer networking. For further knowledge, we will move to our presentation slide.
Hello students, this one is our second revision video of computer networking. As we all know that in our previous video we were discuss about the computer networking. Means when two or more than two computers are connected with each other in order to share the data or information or the resources, then it is known as the computer networking. Now in this video we are going to learn about the networking devices and the mediums. Okay, so firstly we have to learn what are the networking devices. Network devices are the components used to connect computers or other electronic devices together so that they can share the files or resources like printers or the fax machines. Devices used to set up a LAN are most common type of network devices used by the public. A LAN requires a hub, switch and router. So networking devices are also called the communicating devices. Means basically the devices that are used to connect your computers. The devices that are used to connect your computers is termed as the networking devices. Basically there are a number of networking devices, but some of the common are hub, switch and router. Networking devices are also called the communicating devices. Now moving to the next slide, here we will learn about the types of networking devices. The first networking device is hub. Here hub refers to a hardware device that enables multiple devices or connection to connect a computer. Means hub is a device that connects the multiple devices through the computer. Basically it receives the message and sends it to the other device in the network. As we all know that hub is a central hardware device that manages the flow of data across the network. It also manages the flow of data, means the data can flow in which direction. A hub divides the bandwidth or communicating speed equally. Okay, it sends the data coming from a computer to all the devices, while one for which the data is sent accepts it and other ignores it. Means the basic purpose of the hub is to send a particular message to all the devices that are connected with the hub, but only that device received the message that for that data is to be sent. Okay, I hope you all will clear about the hub. Now the next device is switch. A switch is a device in computer network that connects other devices together. Multiple data cables are plugged into a switch to enable communication between the different network devices. This figure shows the block diagram of the switch. It means switch is just like the hub. It is just similar to the hub, but it is a central hardware device that manages the flow of information among the PCs and devices connected to it. Unlike the hub, switch sends the data signals to particular or the desired device rather than sending it to all. One major difference between switch and hub is hub sends the data to all the devices that are connected in the network, and that particular device receives the data who need it. But switch sends the data only to a particular device. It doesn't send the data to all the devices that are connected in a network. Okay. Now the next is router. A router is a networking device that forwards the data packet between the computer networks. Means when number of computers are connected together, so the main task of router is to forward the data packets. Okay, it connects two or more different networks. Suppose if I have two different networks, number one LAN and number two WAN. If I want to connect all two networks, then I can use the router. Basically it also divides the best route. It also decides the best route or data to pass the data across the different network when the computers are connected in a WAN or a LAN. Okay. The next is connector. So what a connector is? As the name signifies, a connector is a device that are used to connect the devices. So it terminates a segment of cabling. Basically, the end point of the cable is connected via a connector. The best example of connector is RJ45. It is a 8-wire connector. Basically, it is used to join two computers or network through a wired medium. Okay. Now, in the next topic, we'll discuss about the transmission media. So, what are the transmission medias? Transmission medias are the communication channels through which the data or information can be transferred over the network. Means, if we have a network of computers and if we want to transfer or pass the information over the network, then we can use the transmission medias. Basically, there are two types of transmission medias, wired or wireless, that is guided or unguided media. Firstly, we will discuss about the wired media. So, wired media, what are the wired medias? Wired medias are the physical medium that a user can touch. Okay. Some of the examples of wire medias are: number 1, twisted pair cable. As you have seen in the image, this one is the figure of the twisted pair cable. So now we are learning what a twisted pair cable is. Twisted pair cable is a type of cabling that is used for the telephone communications. It consists 4 pair insulated copper wires, twisted copper wires together. Because of the twist between the two wires, it reduces the electromagnetic interfaces. Okay. There are 2 pairs of twisted pair types: shield twisted wire and unshield twisted wires. The next is coaxial cable. Coaxial cable is commonly used by the cable operators, telephone companies and the internet providers around the world to convey the data, video and voice communications to the customer. It has been used extensively within the homes. So coaxial cables are basically used in the telephone companies or the internet providers. In this type of cable, there are 2 conductors. Okay. A solid conductor runs coaxially and the center surrounded by an insulator followed by the second in the form of a wire mesh, which is covered via protective jacket. Here you can see the wire is covered via protective jacket. Okay. The next is optical fiber cable. These cables are made up of plastic or glass fibers core covered by a cladding of lower refractive index. So optical fiber is used as a medium for telecommunication. Basically, when we are talking about the telecommunication, then we can use the optical fiber wire. And computer networking, because it is flexible and can be bundled as a cable. It is especially advantageous for the long distance communications. Okay. The next is wireless mediums. Wireless mediums are also known as the unguided medias or unguided mediums. Basically, in this type of mediums, there are no physically path available to move the signals. So for that, there are different wireless technologies used for today's are: number 1 is Bluetooth. Okay. So Bluetooth is a short-range wireless communication technology that allows devices such as mobile phones, computers and peripherals to transmit the data or voice wirelessly over a short distance. The purpose of Bluetooth is to replace the cables that normally connects devices while still keeping the communication between them secure. Basically, if we are talking about the short range communication or we want to exchange the data within the short range, then we can use the Bluetooth technology. It is very simpler technology that can be found in any of these simple phone, like the phone that have the Java platform or the Android one. This is mainly used to connect the mobile devices like cell phones, laptops, tablets, etc. Okay. The next is Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi stands for wireless fidelity. It is basically used to establish the wireless local area network. It is used to access the internet on the portable devices like the smartphones, tablets, laptops. In actually, Wi-Fi itself is used to connect a router or other access point, okay, which in turn provide internet access. Wi-Fi is a wireless connection to that device, not to the internet. So, Wi-Fi is the low frequency radio waves that are used to transmit the data using the Wi-Fi technology. Okay. Now, our next topic is WiMAX. WiMAX stands for the Worldwide Interportability for the Microwave Access. WiMAX is a wireless communication standard that are designed for the creating metropolitan area network. It is just similar to the Wi-Fi, but the difference between the Wi-Fi and WiMAX is the WiMAX has the greater speed. Okay, while a Wi-Fi signal can cover a radius of 700 feet, a fixed Wi-Fi station can cover the ranges up to 30 miles. Okay, it is a long distance communication technology that uses high frequency microwaves to establish a network connection. Clear? Now the next is infrared. Infrared are the short ranges wireless communication technology. It uses infrared lights to send the data from one devices to another. The best example of the infrared are remote control units like TV, DVDs and other electronic gadgets. Okay. We see the use of this technology in the remote control units which we have used in our home. It is also used in the automatic door system and the wireless speakers also. So